I'm Carol Daniel, and welcome to this special edition of The Daily Mix. I want to take you back to 2011. That's when Kalia Collier took over ownership of the St. Louis Surge, St. Louis's own women's professional basketball team. She said at the time that now is the time for St. Louis to build the platform and lead the evolution of women's sports. And she has done that and more. 5 years later, that's what we're celebrating today. We're here at Ballpark Village for the launch of the team's 5th season. We're going to chat with Kalia a little later. We're going to talk with the coach. We're going to visit with some players as well. That's a great way to start off. Time for the Daily Mix.
Check it out.
And welcome to the Daily Mix. I'm Carol Daniel, and we are here at Ballpark Village celebrating the kickoff of the 5th season of St. Louis Surge. You want to know who this is standing with me with all these dimples? This is the head coach of the Surge, Tony Condra, y'all. All right, head coach, man. I have so many questions for you, but we only have a limited amount of time. So let me get into it. I know other than winning, I mean, that's major. But what are your other expectations for this season? He wants to win. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
No, do a lot in the community. The young female athletes these days, they only look up to NBA players. So we want to get our players out in the community and give them the opportunity to meet these professional ladies and ask a lot of questions and learn.
Absolutely. Now, you've been coach for 3 years, you said. Have you seen that happen when you take the players out?
Definitely. The young ladies gravitate and they latch on to the players because they're so excited.
That is wonderful. Now, when you're recruiting players, speed, position, ability, I know that that's a part of it, but you guys are really looking for character.
Exactly. Personality first. The motto is if we can't put you in the grade school to read books for children, it won't work. That has to happen. Personality is key. You can't have a cancer in the program. It kills the program. So with all our players, their personalities are perfect.
You can't have a cancer in the program.
Not at all. One bad seed can spoil a bunch, and things can spiral out of control. So personality first, basketball second.
When fans watch the Surge, or really any professional team, I imagine that they are thinking, I know you practice a lot, but I read that you really focus on training. And we think once you get to this level, what more training is there?
Oh, there's a lot of training. There's a lot of training involved. Just due to the fact that once players get to college, they lose focus of their basic skill development and footwork. Fundamentals of basketball. Then when they get to college, just focus on their offense, the defense, and they lose touch of the simple things that'll take them further.
So that is the head coach of St. Louis Surge joining us at Ballpark Village, Tony Condra. Now, coming up, we want you to stick around because we need you to take a listen to Surge owner Kalia Collier and what she had to say to the crowd here at Ballpark Village.
And the Surge is a family. You know, what you see here today, when you meet our staff, when you meet our players, and just our organization, we work really, really, really hard to make it look this easy. And I kid you not, there's some long hours involved in that, but I know none of us would trade it for the world, and we just have an amazing team. This is year 5. Year 5 of what we've been building, and I swear to you all, it has felt like dog years. The year-to-year support that we've been gaining, the momentum that we've been gaining, the fan support, the sponsor support, the supporters that we've been generating, to see what we're building right now is incredible. You know, it is far bigger than basketball for us, and you all should know who've experienced the game, from my day one supporters from 2012, my day ones to our new 2016 season ticket holders, you are in for a treat this year. We have been working incredibly hard in the offseason to create something that's bigger than just the experience of the game, but to put a product together on the court that is beyond talent. To have phenomenal women that happen to be phenomenal athletes join together this year is just powerful. It truly is. It's crazy to me to see the year-to-year support from a fan base. I don't know if you all know this, but we've never dropped below 1,000 in attendance. We've been building, we've peaked at nearly 3,000 in attendance, and this is the first year that we're going to sell out of season tickets, which is amazing, so thank all of you. But what's crazy is this is the first year we're going to pack out UMSL. I think that's going to take people by storm this year. Wow, they're generating 4,000 to 5,000 people, and not only are people back in the St. Louis Surge, but you're supporting women's sports at a whole new level. And that's what's important. Talk about female empowerment and what we're accomplishing. You guys will hear me say this over and over. It truly is bigger than basketball, and that's what you're going to see tonight.
All right, coming in, she is the guard for the St. Louis Surge. This is Jaleesa Butler, baby. You like that? I'm auditioning. Yeah. So talk to me about last season, and then we'll talk about this season.
Oh, last season, we had a great time, as always. You know, Surge is a family, so we definitely always go out and give it our all. As well as this year, we're coming back with vengeance. You know, we fell short last year, but that doesn't stop us from getting our head on straight and going ahead and going for the prize.
The thing that amazes me and that I love so much about the Surge is that it's not just that you are good at what you do, that you're a baller, but it is you are a woman of character and you're a role model.
Oh, all the time. You know, we definitely look for players who have the total package. We're not just out here to play basketball. We definitely have to have your characteristics together. You have to have your head on straight, and you have to be about something. So that's something we take pride in.
I love it. You got to be about something. What were you doing before you were playing for the Surge?
I was actually playing overseas. And Kalia and I actually grew up playing basketball together, so we have that niche together. But, you know, she kind of reeled me in as she reels everyone in, and she's like, come on and play for this team. And ever since the first day of practice, I've been here.
What does it mean for it to be a family?
Oh, it means a lot. You know, you can always grab a couple people from the crowd or go to a gym and play pickup with some random people, but to know that the girl that I'm standing next to is going to go to war and going to go to bat for me just as I will for her, it means something. It means a lot.
Thank you so much, Jaleesa. Good luck this season.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out, and I hope to see you at some games.
I'll be there for the step show, I heard.
Oh,
Yeah?
You going to be in these?
I don't know. My moves are kind of old.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining us,
problem.
and congratulations. We are so honored to have another Surge player joining us, Bianca Beck, baby, and she is the point guard. Congratulations on last season. We're looking forward to this season, but let's start with how you came to be on the Surge in the first place and why.
Well, I came to be on Surge right after college. Kalia called me and was like, "Hey, you know, we have this professional team, and we like the way you play. Do you want to come?" I went and I saw one of their games. I saw the energy, I saw the tenacity, and I saw the potential. And I was like, I got to be a part of this team. I want to be a part of this process, especially the way it's grown and what it's grown into. It's everything I envisioned it to be.
So you've been here from the beginning, or how many years?
This is my 5th year.
You've been there from the beginning. Did you think that you'd be able to play professionally?
Yes, I did. And so it's exciting to kind of sit back and see myself doing what I always knew I would do.
Yes, absolutely. So talk to us about this season. What are your hopes, other than to win every game, right?
Of course, to win every game, but you know, there are some learning woes, but I expect to win a championship this year. Last year we came up short, and this year I expect, you know, that bitter feeling we felt from the loss, we're going to use that as fuel and be determined to come back with a ring this year.
Fist bump, Bianca Beck. Winning, learning from last season. Congratulations. We look forward to this season with the Surge. Bianca Beck, point guard with the Surge, with us here at Ballpark Village as we celebrate the St. Louis Surge. Kalia was a guest on STL TV's STL Live recently. She talked about her vision and the success of the organization. So let's take a look back at some of what she had to say.
We don't ordinarily see someone who looks as young as you are. I don't know how old you are, and I won't ask because my mama told me not to do that. But this is very different from what we're used to seeing here in St. Louis, no?
It is. We're the first women's franchise to really make an impact here. And I say that because, it's been nearly 25 years of actually being consistent. And you've seen the teams that have come and gone, 1 year, 2 years, but for this to be year 3 and for us to have a trajectory that's only going up really gives us promise, and it gives the St. Louis community something to look forward to.
And what was the key thing that allowed you guys to get underway?
It's a multitude of things. The community support, our players, our coaching staff, the staff behind the scenes.
Sponsors?
The sponsors, of course. Yes. There's so many elements and components to really build a franchise.
How would you describe this team?
How would I describe this team? That's a great question, Tim. Phenomenal people. I think what makes us so unique this year is outside of just having great talent, we have great people all the way around the board.
Historically, it's been more difficult to get support behind a women's team rather than men's or boys basketball. You would say that's changing?
Absolutely. One of the biggest selling points for us is that people aren't going back into the 50s. You're excited about female empowerment. Women's sports is only becoming more athletic, more entertaining. And when you come to a Surge game, you get to experience the evolution. And that's the difference of women's sports, especially right here in St. Louis.
The party is on at Ballpark Village. We are celebrating 5 years of St. Louis Surge. Behind every good team is an incredible sponsor. And joining me is CEO of Rothman Furniture. This is Jay Steinbach. Jay, thanks so much for joining us. Tell me about the connection that you have with St. Louis Surge.
St. Louis Surge is an amazing organization on so many levels, from their philanthropic ventures all the way down to the fact that they are just an amazing team that loves to play.
I deal with, work with clients all the time. I know as a company like Rothman that people are coming to you all the time asking you to open your heart and open your checkbook. So why did you make the decision to become a sponsor of St. Louis Surge?
St. Louis Surge, again, they're doing amazing things in the community. They're a winning basketball team, so you got to give them that credit. But again, they're doing a lot of things in and around the community. They're working with other businesses. They're growing and developing their players in ways that are just beyond how can they physically be on the field, but also mentally off the field and growing their careers. And me as a corporate entity in St. Louis that we really focus on St. Louis-based businesses, Surge is just awesome for us to partner with, and we love absolutely everything that they do.
What do you look forward to this season?
Besides winning?
Yes.
You know what? We just love it. Kalia, everything she's doing, the projects they work on, and again, the fans. The fans are so much fun. I love going to the games.
Tell me about that, because I talked to a gentleman earlier, and he has a connection through SLU. He's known Kalia for a long time, and he said going to the games, you've got to see it to believe it.
It's a party. It's, there's sports going on, but it's a party. It is. You would think that everybody knows each other because that's the connection you feel when you're in and around there. And again, the players are amazing. I was actually most impressed with, it was my first step show I'd ever seen when I went to my first game. And I was blown away. I had so much fun, and so that's why I keep coming back.
Thank you so much, Jay. And thank you for making the decision, because you could have said no.
I don't think that was a choice. Kalia is a force to be reckoned with. And again, everything that the Surge is doing in and around St. Louis just mixes with what we're trying to do, which is make this a great place for St. Louis.
That is Jay Steinbach, the CEO of Rothman Furniture, joining us at this incredible party in Ballpark Village, the 5th season of St. Louis Surge. And in just a couple of minutes, the woman behind St. Louis Surge is going to join us. Stick around for that. But first, let's take a look at some of the highlights of last season.
Rochelle dominating rejection. Brittany Carter.
The lady of the hour is right here with me. I am so proud of her, as so many people are. The owner of St. Louis Surge, Kalia Collier, joins us now. 5 years. Can you believe it's been that long?
Truly cannot believe it has been this long. It has been an amazing journey, and we have gained momentum every single season.
All right, let's go back to when you started this. I mean, are you laying in bed and you're dreaming, I think I can do this? Tell me, take me through your head then.
You know what? I felt like I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But it was a leap of faith, and to take that leap of faith at the age of 23 to now be here 5 years later, it's been an amazing journey, and we're building something really unique in the St. Louis market.
I do love it that you, from the beginning, it wasn't necessarily about the team and about playing and winning. It was about character and this community.
Absolutely. Winning championships is the bonus. What we're building is to see professional role models, mentors from a female aspect in our community who have degrees that are just phenomenal women that happen to be amazing athletes. It's far bigger than basketball for us.
So let's talk about the fans now, because you have some, and when I say rabbit, I mean that as a compliment. I mean, you've got some serious fans, don't you?
Surge energy that's coming through the building has been amazing. For us to never drop below 1,000, for us to be growing 2,000 to 3,000 per game, and what's best is every fan that we have, we've earned. You know, and this is now truly our takeoff year to create the awareness we need in the St. Louis City market and outside of the region to really start packing the stands.
But you are winners.
We are. Absolutely. For us taking a dagger loss last year in the national championship, to regain and build another championship team this year has been our mindset, and I think everyone's going to be really excited to watch the style of basketball this year.
What part of the journey has surprised you the most?
You know what, it's been amazing. Everyone has so many negative things to say about St. Louis, but to see the support that we've been generating, to see the genuine support of wanting to see us succeed has been amazing. And the supporters that don't support, that don't know it yet, it's getting the opportunity for them to experience, you know, women's basketball at its finest. And I think that's what's been exciting, is that we're rallying the right support that people didn't know what we could do, and now they're seeing it.
I have to think about what little girls are thinking in St. Louis when they see you, because I know you're everywhere talking as much as possible. What little girls think when they see you and learn about what you are doing, it's got to be revolutionary in their minds.
What's cool is that, you know what, it's awesome to be a player if you love sports, but think about owning your own team, thinking about being a general manager, our accountants, our attorneys, our physicians. There's so many aspects of sports, of building a business, and that's what I get excited talking to kids about. It's not just playing, but it's everything else that you can do to start building a career of your passion.
Isn't it also that girls see themselves in a way that they may be fearful that if I'm athletic, I'm not beautiful?
You know, and it's awesome to see that stereotype going away. You know what? We can be strong, we're beautiful, we're confident, and by the way, you're a strong athlete. So female empowerment is top of mind, and I think for kids right now to see what's possible, that's why I love going to schools, because I didn't have someone like me come talk to me. And to see that in it puts vision right there to know that anything truly is possible.
By the way, Jay with Rothman Furniture, one of your major sponsors, yes. I asked him why he made the decision to sponsor, and he said, I don't think I had a choice.
You know what? It's funny, he says that I am extremely persuasive. And if you tell me no, that means maybe, and maybe does mean yes to me. To where if it's no, that just means not right now. And to have his support, and for him to not only believe in me, but believe in what we're building is incredibly, incredibly important.
So are athletes knocking down your door to get involved? When you are recruiting, when you are selecting, when they're trying out, what's it like now?
This has been one of the toughest years competitively of the amount of, our players go through a very extensive interview process. It is not just you try out, you know, you have to not only have the character and the integrity, but you have to be a cultural fit with us besides your talent. And to see the amount of coaches that are reaching out from across the country to have their players engage with our organization has been awesome.
I guess we have to talk about this season, right? Tell me what we need to be paying attention to.
You know what? It is awesome to say we have a team of amazing, powerful women. You know what? We don't have one franchise player. We have a team of them. And to see the style of basketball, I mean, we averaged 94 points a ball game last year. We lost in the national championship. We went undefeated regular season. And for me to say that this year's team is better than last year's team is huge.
right, what is the main cheer that I need to get used to watching Surge?
Man, we have so many. It's the infamous Ghost Surge, of course. But then we have the bigger than basketball is the philosophy. We just have a ton of chance to just get people going.
And the step show.
That's right.
Okay, I got to come because I can step a little bit still.
yeah?
All right, I got it. Kalia, congratulations and thank you for sticking with it. All right.
I wouldn't do anything else with my time. I love what I do.
Number 5 for St. Louis Surge, our women's basketball team. Thank you so much for joining us. And what a party at Ballpark Village. We hope you enjoyed this special edition of the Daily Mix. Now, be sure to come out and cheer on the Surge this season, of course. They've got room for you, and they need you, and they want you. You can find their schedule and more online at stlsurgebasketball.com. And don't forget, check us out on Facebook. We're everywhere. We are on Twitter. We're on Instagram. You can even drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We truly want to hear from you. You've got an idea? Send it our way. That's it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV.